So even coming on to talk about, I don't know, things. I just wanna make sure little me gets the attention that he deserves. I don't know, bud. I don't know what's going on in that little canoodle of yours, but it's not good news, bud. I don't know. I'm trying to help you here, bud, and you just don't you're thick in the head. I don't get it, but anyways. Oh, like in the description, like it says, little me. If you don't wanna help change the world, I'll use your stupidity, and I'll make you change the world. Either way, you help change the world, little me. You are gonna be a part such a big part of the Great Awakening. It's gonna be a great time, bud. Oh, boy. I warned you, but I said, "Please don't shame your family. Think about this before you do it. Please don't." Hey, bud, you might be messing up some stories. Hey, you're going really hard in the paint about the sun thing, eh? Hey, you've heard me talk about what happened there, but yet you think if I said something wrong there, like I already told you, you could clip that right along with, you know, but instead you want people to perceive things the way you want them to, you know what I mean? We'll go back through that later. Maybe I'll, go over your video, bud. It'll be the promo to the movie. You know what I mean? You're in a movie, little me, and you're making your own story. She's not looking good, bud. Like, you're delusional. I'm gonna ask everybody who watches this, please go into little me's comments and tell him he is living in a complete delusion. He is on video stating that. Well, in fact, he wants me to believe that California is a red state. I don't see it. He wants me to think that him protecting inside of his home is all good, when clearly I seen a video of Bert Kreischer. It doesn't look good in the stores there because you can steal. Maybe little me's a thief or something. He enjoys $1,000 of product. You know what I mean? Here's your 1,000 and go out. Go hit another store where you can steal 1,000. Man, you could make some serious coinage, eh? Not really have to worry about anything. It's kind of weird, eh? Fuck, that's but he wants me to think that him doing what he's doing is doing good in the world. And then he tries to convince me that, well, in fact, they couldn't take a child away from the parents because the child wanted something. In fact, that was a lie. He's living in a delusion. Like he's living in his own world. I don't want to burst his bubble, but these are the things that he needs to come to terms with. And Uncle Will, what am I projecting, bud? Do you want to hear the story? Could you imagine actually having to say that to your son? Can you imagine? "Hey, I'm supposed to be crazy." Those are things that crazy people do, but I knew what I was doing when I asked the question because a whole bunch of fucking bad shit was going on, dude. I told you guys. I fucking went crazy. God told me I was gonna go crazy, but I wasn't. And it's hard to explain, Uncle Will, unless you've been through it. You don't like to listen 'cause you don't care because you wanna think you're good. And in fact, you're not, dude. You're not. God is in the house, sweetheart, and you just don't see it. You wanna think what you wanna think. See, this is why, I'm supposed to be scared to say I'm chosen from God because, well, earth angels are supposed to be sweethearts, you know what I mean? They're supposed to caress you and tell you everything's alright, and well, in fact, that's how we got in this problem, Uncle Will, by thinking everything's alright and just letting shit slide. Do you think do you think God's sending people down to fucking pat humans on the head going, "Hey, you're doing a swell job." The fucking The earth that I put in your hands, you gave to a dirty little ditch pig. You took them all into your brain because you don't wanna think for yourselves. You wanna think everything's alright with the people that are in charge, and I'm trying to say, "Hey, but you guys tell me I'm right on that shit, but you just don't care." Uncle Will, "Hey, Vintage, how's it going?" Uncle Will, I'm a Candace Owens a fan. Not everything she does or says do I agree with. No, but as far as, I'm perceiving that she's going after the truth. Maybe she's a big part of the cabal. I don't think so. I think she just wants the truth. You know what I mean? So she's gonna have this debate with Rabbi Shmuley, with Piers Morgan, that's gonna be on in the next little bit. And Candace Owens, if you go watch her show, which I suggest you do, which I suggest you do, and look at the tweet. Just look at the tweet. Like, this shit makes no sense to me. This is the thing. We're all trying to hide the truth. These are my actions, Uncle Will. You're just not smart enough to see it. You can't pick up on it. You don't have the brain capacity. I'm trying to tell you a story, Uncle Will, and you let me know where I'm wrong, okay? But this is how we are as this is somebody could get behind this schmuck. It says, breaking news, Candace Owens illegally brought a laptop with her to my debate today with Piers Morgan because he obviously thinks he looked bad. So he's found an excuse, right? So that's kind of bad enough. And that's what she says. But here's the deal, in a debate, is it not to get to the truth of things? Like, if you're going to have Google in front of you and you can get the right answers right away, like, isn't that a good thing? Like, there should be no winners and losers of a debate. They should all be winners. We should be coming out and trying to figure out what the truth is. But that's not how you guys think. You guys think more information and having things right is wrong. Rabbi Shmuley does anyways. So it goes on because he says she cheats and Google's my answers. Well, if he was wrong. And then she says, I still destroyed her completely and utterly. And you'll see. But what cowardice, how deceptive. Confirmation that Candace is a hollow. No, no, you're hollow, Mr. I don't want the truth. Like, don't question me on anything. Like, hey, a public, just take me at my word. And if Candace Googles something and proves me wrong, then why should you accept it? You know what I mean? I don't understand this fucking twisted ass world we live in. Like, but the bottom part is the part that got me. Is just imagine Kamala Harris is given a computer when she debates Donald Trump. Well, shouldn't you have the candidates there with all the information so they could prove the other one's wrong? But here's the thing. They make these debates all complicated when in actuality, what you guys should be doing, I think, we should all do, is these guys should be debating each other with their own questions, just to have a moderator there, just to say, hey, you're getting out of line, and hey, make sure, hey, let them talk, sort of thing. You know what I mean? Then you could see what kind of world they wanted to present to you. But instead, they bicker back and forth on who's right and who's wrong and who's telling lies, and there's no proof of anything. It's just kind of nonsense and gobbledygook, right? But that's why they make everything so complicated these days. Tighten the rules for your benefit. You know what I mean? Fuck. That's the problem. If we have the truth, we should be able to stand for ourselves and explain ourselves perfectly. There should be no denying our intentions. You know what I mean? But we do, eh, Uncle Will? What do you think about that? I think Rabbi Shmuley is in trouble. and I think it's because he doesn't look for the truth. It's not because he of his religion or anything like that. Because I think all religions, possibly have the chance to go to heaven. It's just, are you willing to accept the truth when it comes knocking? That's why I'm willing to put my truth on the line, Uncle Will. I am a proud follower of Jesus Christ and no man. I only want the truth, Uncle Will. And well, in fact, if you're a follower of Christ, you lay her on the line. You'd say, hey, prove to me Christ isn't real. But then again, there's a lot of weird stuff. You ever kind of think about stuff? There's supposedly like two messiahs in the Jewish religion, I guess. I haven't really done my studying, so you'll have to let me know where I'm wrong, but I think I did hear that. And the native people are waiting for somebody like the Red Kachina, right? Right? You know, the Red Kachina that's supposed to some white dude, maybe it is. They're waiting for some white dude. And maybe the white dragon. Isn't there someone waiting for a white dragon? Hey, are you into dragons, Uncle Will? If dragons could be real again with that. I'm not saying it is, but I'm just saying, what if they were real? I should show you my tattoo one time. I got my back covered with a dragon. It's not really what I went to the tattoo artist for, but some reason he got through that and I did it. And the original guy, he did a shit job. He did a shit job. I'd have that sucker redone. But hey, she looks all right now, but I'll show her to you one of these times. But I'm not gonna wear lady panties to do it. You know what I mean? But don't get your hopes up. I'm a heterosexual man there, Uncle Will, and I do not like the birthday presents you like to present. You know what I mean, Uncle Will? Are you even still here? If you're still here, Uncle Will, we can get into that whole hey, did my son rape me thing. Sounds pretty twisted and sick. I want to get into her. Want to talk about it on your show, but want to talk about her on your show? Hey, you let me know what you would have thought was going on in the circumstances that was going on around you, plus the thoughts that you were having. Because there was a whole bunch of shit that was going on, and I started thinking fucking everybody was against me, dude. I just, you know what I mean? There's not nobody there for me. No, you don't want to? You think you could rip me apart, Uncle Will? Here's your chance to be a man, bud, and you don't want to do it because you got me blocked, eh, bud? That's the manhood within Uncle Will. Runs around on the streets telling other people they block him and they're losers and this and that. And then he goes ahead and does it himself. Little hypocrite, eh? Why would I? I don't know, Uncle Will. It'd be a good time to repent. You know what I mean? Hey, bud, God's real. And if you go back and watch your actions and what I'm trying to say to you, you'd figure out real quickly that you're probably in the wrong, bud. Not that I've been perfect the whole way, you know what I mean? But all in all, I think it boils down to the fact that you don't really like to help people and you just like to go after those people that you consider mentally ill because they're trying to stand up for themselves because the one of your friends was running around the internet lying about them. And for some reason, you had a problem with me that now you want to talk, hey, Uncle Will. Now you're mentally ill. Uncle Will, you look like a moron, bud. Am I, Uncle Will? What part of my mind am I losing? What did I just say? What have I said throughout this whole 14 minutes that makes me an idiot? Other than the fact that you don't want me to be a gift from God, you're just not willing to accept because you got different birthday presents. Don't lie on my ass. Who's trying to lie on you, Vintage? Well, hey, Storm. Well, Vintage, Uncle Will's got a lot of demon energy going on in his brain right now. He doesn't know that he has the power to save the children. But we gotta come together. We gotta be united in our own power. So we gotta be like Wonder Twins to be. Maybe that's when we get superpowers. Hey, Uncle Will, when we unite and put our hands together and say, no more stupidity from Bill Gates, George Soros, King George, the Pope, and Klaus Schwab, the king of the fucking dirtbags. But you choose to get on your knees and be a little sheep, Uncle Will. Bah, bah. Uncle Will, I want to tell you a secret. Hey, do you know while you're here, bud? You don't know the words, so I'm gonna fuck them up and sound like an idiot, but I don't care. You don't get what I'm saying. Cannabinoids. Cannabinoids. Don't we have cannabinoids and stuff like that? The same stuff that's in cannabis. Now, Uncle Will, so I'll tell you a little story. And it's about this little tribe. They are called the Dogons. Okay? You can go research this for yourself, bud. And quite frankly, they had the Sirius star system mapped out before science did, bud. It's the weirdest shit. It gets weirder than that, though, dude. It gets weirder than that. Turns out these Dogons, they had relations with people from Sirius. People from Sirius taught them stuff. You know what I mean? And one of the gifts that the Dogon gave them was cannabis. Now, if you look into the word cannabis, I can't remember what the bis means. You're gonna have to go look. But canna, you know what that means, eh? But that's dog. Dog. And well, you know what the Sirius star is out there? You know what they call that? They call that the dog star. I just thought I'd point that little stuff out to you. I just find it interesting, you know what I mean? I can't remember if the Dogon said they had sex with the serious people, or I know the Hopis talk about, or is it the Hopis, or which one is it? That's the things I get my wires crossed, Uncle Will. But they said they had sexual relations with aliens too. The weirdest stuff. They talk about a first world, a second world, a third. So you have to go look into it, bud. I got so much on my brain. I try and take stuff in, and maybe I get it wrong. You can let me know where I get it wrong. You know what I mean? But this is your journey. This is where you need to reach out for God, bud. You need to figure out what the truth is. Is Uncle Will just a coward and he'll continue to fight somebody who's only trying to help him because of his own stupidity? I don't know, Uncle Will. What do you think, bud? See, this was supposed to be about little me, and you took it all, but you probably ran away already. Something I said you don't want to answer. You like to, you sound like a child when you try to insult me, Uncle Will says. No, but I'm trying to help you. The only way to cure stupid is to admit you're stupid, and then it's all fixed. But if you can't humble yourself to your own stupidity, how can you think there's a good ending for you, Uncle Will? Uncle Will, as humanity, should we stand up together? Are they poisoning the water, Uncle Will? Are they? Are they? Are they? Like, really, like, take a fucking listen here, you simpleton. Take a good hard thinkings. You're gonna try and fuck the human race and control it. What's the one resource? But come on, even though they're knocking out all of them, but hey, that one in particular, she's pretty hard to live without. You know what I mean? Maybe we can keep fucking eating the shit that we have to eat, but and maybe the air to a certain point. You know what I mean, dude? But that water, she's important. I think. I think. Uncle Will. I've had some weird shit happen to me. I think something's been trying to tell me that we need to, like, if the Earth does go on, we have to do something about the water bud. I think she's in serious trouble. You know what I mean? Wonder that Galactic Federation, Uncle Will. Now, don't go calling me crazy again. Remember, I got this information from a defense minister from Canada. He spoke in your Senate and stuff. I wonder if there's some serious people involved in the Galactic Federation of Aliens. But who knows? Are they the bad guys? But we talk, Uncle Will. What is your thoughts on Space Force? So I think there's lots of tech that's been hidden there, vintage, but even if there isn't, like, I think we should make it so we should be able to, you know what I mean? Shouldn't have these genius people go missing. We shouldn't have heroes like Storm. I have a lot of weird videos with stuff in them, and unfortunately, the two kind of crazy stories I got no film, so I can't really prove it. It's just the shit that I can prove. I keep trying to go back and find it, and I know it's there. But if you go through Upchurch's shit, if you go through Upchurch's stuff, actually, what I want to say first is like I haven't like an up close encounter with a UFO or something where I could just say, yeah, that was. But anyways, if you go back in Upchurch's stuff, he shows this video of this bird and they put it in slow motion. And past the bird goes like this black smudge mark. Now, I got almost sort of the same identical sort of video where there's a bird, and when you slow it down, like, you can see this black smudge just but who's to say what it is, you know what I mean? I don't know, like, camera lens, I don't know, like, it goes fast. Just like in Upchurches, it's pretty much the exact same thing. That's why I hope like, I wish I could find it, and Uncle Will and Curtis over there on the on the captain of dipshits, um, maybe they would recognize it and, maybe then they would say, "Hey, me," but I don't know. Like, that's cool, so kinda scary at the same time, eh? You know what I mean? And our governments probably know, you know what I mean? But if you ever hear they're not supposed to intervene in our stuff, hasta la rumor, the defense minister said, but there would be a time where they could. You know what I mean? What that is they tried to probably, like, try and set off a nuclear bomb or something. I heard that they didn't like that before or whatever, and they caused more chaos throughout the universe than they actually realize, you know what I mean? Fucking with God's creations. Can you imagine that? We're the own cause of our own fucking destruction because we wanna be loved so bad and admired and without truly loving ourselves. If you truly love yourself, you don't seek the attention of others. That's why this is fucking hard for me. That's why I don't like doing it. Attention seekers kinda, yeah. Like, Johnny Dagmar, he just I can't even I haven't even watched him for a while, or maybe he hasn't been on or something, but it's like these people are just willing to put on any face that they got to make people love them, rather than being themselves and just being loved for who they are, you know what I mean? But, well, Storm, you gotta, like I like to take a look at things like, what's his name there? Bob Lazar. Watch his body language when he talks. He looks uncomfortable. But is he uncomfortable because he's just tired of talking about it and it just people think he's crazy or but he freely talks about it though, you know, you gotta watch his body language and I kinda believe him. You know what I mean? He's saying he's back engineering stuff and oh no, that's the thing. Like, this is the thing. When God comes to town, every person that's ever lied is gonna pay. You know what I mean? They're deceiving. Don't be deceivers. That's the thing. We don't know what to believe as humanity because there's so many lies out there, you know what I mean? But the thing you gotta question yourself is, why has Bob Lazar never been sued? That's like I'm getting off the topic, but I talked about Jaguar Wright, who I think might be working for God too. She says she does. You know, why have none of these people ever fucking sued her? And this is where the CIA and FBI come in. She's a big enough name that if she's saying this shit, either she should be exposed as the liar or they should be doing their fucking jobs. Like, we can't figure this simple shit out. That woman is a fucking if she's telling the truth, she is a fucking hero. A fucking complete fucking hero, and you have no idea how lucky you fucking people are to have people like that. Because people are not willing to put themselves out there, to put themselves in harm's way, to fucking help you. And when they do, they get called fucking crazy and insane and who knows? What about Cat Williams? Maybe he's working for God. He says 2024 is the year of fucking truth. Better hold on tight because the world's about to get fucking real fucking exciting. Sit back with your popcorn and watch the fucking morons who tried to fucking ruin your lives have to take responsibility for fucking ruining your lives. But you got to take responsibility for falling for their fucking bullshit in order to acknowledge it happened. It's like, holy fuck. Holy shit. Little mean dauber. I think you're diving too much, bud. Storm, I totally agree with you. Hey, Storm, here's the thing. I want to believe everybody. I want to believe, hey, if someone's saying they're a super soldier, then hey, but when you ask them simple questions, they get all pissed off, run away, mad, they don't want to answer. Like, they're full of shit. See, truthful people will stand for their shit, you know what I mean? They don't care. They don't care. If you wanna lie, we as God's people, we know it's you're only punishing yourself. That's why they think I'm a big fucking jerk for, "Hey, wait, don't be a liar. Don't be a fucking idiot over stupid shit. Hey, if you actually have cancer, this is a really bad fucking move." See, that's what someone with love in their heart says. They say the fucking truth. "Hey, dummy, eternity. What's going on? Is the toroid thing real? Like, is the light and dark being separated? Are you on the wrong end of the toroid?" You just like, that's real. Like, what do I say that's a lie? Do I ever lie? And if I tell you, let me know if I'm lying because I'm not aware of it. It's that simple. But you guys like to make things complicated, nicely complicated. So you don't know one fucking end from the other. You're just like, ah. That's how they always got you confused. They don't let you simplify things. They gotta make everything so fucking complicated. Right, a society, really. How does this make sense? Like, hey, there's homeless and stuff. Now, if they wanna be home well, we need to have a fucking economy where they can at least, it's nice to see, but hey, homeless or you guys want some food? Here's your parks. Take care of them, because this is where you're gonna eat from. Like, you know what I mean? We could do little things like that to get people to help themselves, and then who knows, maybe they fall in love with like, people do fall in love with, like, vegetation. Like, they like growing their own vegetables and shit like that, you know what I mean? Maybe it would take their mind off drugs, and then they would, you know, wanna have a little property of their own where they could have their own vegetables and their own farm animals and, shit like that, you know what I mean? Little things like that that could inspire the world, but we really just don't fucking do it, and it's so simple. You know what I mean? Fresh eggs wraps, vintage, yeah. All that good stuff, you know what I mean? Little things to inspire, but instead, we just want a handout. We want a handout. "Here's my Cash App. I have it really, really, really bad, and I just wanna lay in my badness and not try and find a way out of it." Now, asking for help is always the way, you know what I mean? But it's the handouts. Just always be willing to help, but it's the handout. When somebody doesn't wanna help themselves, do you think God wants you to help people that don't wanna be helped? But once they want the help, then you should be there for them, you know what I mean? But they gotta really want the help. They gotta realize what they're doing wrong, but then again, maybe it's you who's got it wrong, but trying to figure that shit out. It's hard to describe what goes on in my head because it's so fucking beautiful, you know what I mean? Can you imagine? I have been treated like nothing but a fucking dirtbag for 4 fucking years, over 4 years. Just people trying to smash me. Either I was asking them for help or I was offering to help them at the same time, I thought it could be a mutual thing. Just fucking smashed. "No, we're not talking. We're not talking. No, we do not wanna hear what you have to say because what you say is nonsense." "Well, what do I say is nonsense?" "We're not telling you. You eat crayons." You see how this is stupid to me, right? Like, and to top it all off, you guys are lousy trolls. Completely fucking lousy. Little me. Like, if you're out there watching, sweetheart, you are fucking terrible. I gave you hints and clues and where to go, and you coulda got a whole lot better than what you got, sweetheart. You coulda had me just Hey, dude, there's a video out there, me in the hospital, fucking coming to the conclusion that my life is just one big fucking lie. It's like the more you fucking want the truth, you find out where the lies are. Hey, bud, you're being controlled by some sort of fucking energy that it doesn't want the best for you. It really doesn't, but is there a tempter there? Is just the human skin itself the tempter? We are. I think what do you think? Do you think we're possibly the 666? You know what I mean? We were born on the 6th day, right? The 6th day. What other 6 things? There were some other 6 things, but then again, you look at that 36 and 9, eh? Those are important numbers. Divinity, human, and truth. If you're word associating with it, right? Maybe she's about balance. You know what I mean? Maybe it's about feeding those 2 wolves and getting the dark one under control so it can notice the other dark ones coming, and you can have a radar going, "Bam, bam, little me, incoming, little me." Brainwaves, brainwaves, brainwaves of Satan coming through, brainwaves of Satan coming through. No, little me, you work within your house, sweetheart. You got nothing to prove to this guy. You got nothing to prove to him. You're better than him. He wants your children to have a good future, and you want to work from within. Meanwhile, in the metropolis of California, it's crumbling before your very fucking eyes. And well, hey, your own mind will be your own demise. There, little me. You know what I mean? I just want you to get rid of that stinking thinking and start thinking right. You know what I mean? But if you're not in the truth, you're not with God. And I just, I want you there. But I can't tell you what your truth is, but you got to work on that yourself, dude. I'm just here to guide you to the truth. Say, bud, if there was a big shitty pedophile cabal coming for your children, and then you tell me that you know they're real, and you choose to sit back and be a coward, it's not hard to figure out you're a total dumbass and you need to wake up. Wake up, pumpkin. Wake up. Where's that light? Shine that light, little me. Let's click that light on in your brain. Come on. Come on. Come on. Do not stay in the dark side. Come to the light and be a Jedi. Let me be your Yoda. Hey, little me. But don't forget, Yoda's not the Force. He's just to teach you the Force, buddy. The learning's on you. Ah, little me, you can't contend with me. You're so full of hypocrisy. And you're a little fucking dippy too. You don't get things. You're not very quick. If I were you, I'd be proving me wrong. You're not. You're proving me right with your stupidity, and I don't want it for you, bud. I want you better in the brain. I want you all better in the brain. I want you to come to the light. But in order to find your light, you got to find the darkness within yourself first. And when you fight that darkness within yourself, then you'll be able to notice the darkness outside of you. And you'll want to save your children from it because it's ugly and it's nasty and it's gross. Klaus Schwab is not a gentleman like he presents himself to be. George Soros might be a Jabba the Hutt sort of kind of guy. And well, Bill Gates, he got divorced because of Epstein. And I don't like that. It makes me think bad things. It makes me think that he's one of the richest men in the world. And well, maybe it's his money, the money running the FBI and the CIA, whatever's going on. Or who knows? Maybe Bill is a victim of all of this. He's made to do it all. He has no choice. You know what I mean? Or he's gonna perish forever. Maybe someone told him that. I don't know. But we should find out, eh? Unless you guys are into that Bill Gates guy. I don't know. Should you guys be scared of him? Have you ever actually looked at him? He's really nothing to be afraid of. Uh, what do you think, little me? Do you want to have a battle of brains? Huh? I challenge you to a battle of brains, little me. Come on, buddy. Let's do this on your channel, or we both get to talk. You don't get to dictate shit. No, no, we've done this. We can't do it on your channel. We need to do it on a different channel. You know what I mean? But hopefully, we can channel off of that channel. We can channel a brand new frequency into your brain. You want the truth frequency. You want to be all about it, bud. And then we can go save your family. You know what I mean? We can come together. Then there's two of us. You know what I mean? You and me, a little me against the world, bud. What do you think about that? Like I said, sweetheart, I will use every ounce of stupidity you got. I'll just keep showing you how delusional you are. I want you not to be mental anymore. I want you out of this delusion that you're living in, bud. You don't know, like I said, you try and convince us of all this stuff, but it's not real. Listen, dude, Gavin Newsom cleaned up your streets for the Chinese president, dude. You should have been in an uproar. You should have been pissed about it. But hey, you didn't get pissed when he told you to wear that mask, little me. And well, he was at football games taking pictures with celebrity cards. And look at me. It's no mask on me. Do as I say, motherfucker. Gavin Newsom's a good guy. He reminds me of John Kerry. What private jet? What? There's, there's no private jet in my name. No, it's in your wife's cocksucker. But we don't care. This is the guy telling us not to fucking take airplane flights anymore. And cow farts are bad for us. And get someone else to do it. Ask the outer limits. Huh? Ask the outer limits. Say, hey, do you want to hold a debate? I don't know. I don't think he completely hates me. So, you know what I mean? Maybe he'll be fair. You know what I mean? Hey, outer limits. If there's a God, can you be fair with me and little me? Can you like make him answer the questions? Because you're gonna have to answer the hard questions too, little me. Like, hey, it's really fucking easy to figure out is a WS real? And Gruesome Newsom is putting laws in to like criminals out on the fucking streets. And you think cleaning up on the inside. Doing a good job. Listen, buddy, it's time for you to step up, be a fucking man, and get some shit done. Change the fucking world. You don't have to keep being stupid. Just fucking admit you're dumb. You should want to help your children, but you're just so full of ego that you don't want to accept that what Carl's saying is right. You're little me. You're the dream. Until that dream turns into a nightmare because you don't want to accept stupidity. This is a teaching lesson for you, little me. Jeez, I'm trying to help you, dude. You don't get it. He might, just my opinion. He might be, I might be drinking poison right now. I'm, down with the fluoride. But What do you think about the chemtrails, bud? Like, there should be enough. Like, the poisoning the water in the air, that should be enough. Hey, go look at Uncle Will's video. No, bud. No, no, no. We're not doing this again. I said, get someone who will moderate properly. I'm not playing your fucking little narcissistic, I'll bring up points. No, dude. No, no, no. Ask the outer limits if he would like to hold this debate. You know what I mean? He shows some cool shit sometimes. He does. I watch some of I'm not down on the whole fucking I don't care about Durkee, and he's a circus clown with Square and Dagburn, and they're all victims of, being even dumber than you guys are. They just love your guys' attention. I don't know. It's all stupid to me, but hey, anyways, the outer limits, he will play some good shit, little me. You just gotta reach out and ask him, you know what I mean? But we both answer the questions. I'll talk about the sun thing, okay? You can go into great detail and tell me how horribly wrong I am, but well, you didn't experience it, bud. You know what I mean? Whatever I say doesn't change the fact of what I said, but maybe you're perceiving it and wanting it a certain way when maybe it didn't happen like that. At least not from my perspective. And you got to remember, from my perspective, I think I'm a son of God, and I really shouldn't lie about what I think my perception is. I should probably try and stay in reality. You know what I mean, little me? Hey. No, that's the key to spirituality, Vintage. It's like, don't lie. It's like really like it should be like a no-brainer to figure out, but we can't figure it out. We should also figure out that, well, if our children are in trouble, we should stand up and at least be brave enough to say something. And we should question things. You know what I mean? Oh boy. 44 minutes. Hey, vintage. We live now, Carl. Don't get scared now. We're on the little me crazy train, eh? Hey, little me, let me know what you think about this. Should your government officials be able to tell big fat lies and you do nothing about it? Here, let's live this. Hmm. The reason you'd like to know, Mr. President, why it is that you think that such 4 million years to sexual relations. Because that is if the planet is the person who has oral sex performed on it, then the contact is with not with anything on that list, but with the lips of another person. Great. Hey, give us something blow up when Hillary was going to get indicted on something. But that information happened to be in that building. Hey, do you think it's beneficial to be a friend of Hillary and Bill Clinton? And remember, would they lie about it? This is where this country went all fucked up too, little me. Like Hillary Clinton, bud, if she would have been any sort of woman. Like she's there standing for women. She's what a woman should be. Listen, if you find out some little tart's been blowing your husband, but then again, he had bios with this Jennifer Flowers thing. Like, I don't know, like what? Listen, women. I don't think God thinks Hillary Clinton is a strong woman. I think I think God doesn't want you to be with a man who's just gonna let any little floozy blow him and sleep with whoever. You know what I mean? But then again, you gotta remember, Little Me, there's rumors that, like, government officials have dirty little sex parties. You know what I mean? Hey, what do you think about parking? Would you like to be invited to one of those, Little Me? Huh? Would you like to be invited to one of those? Nancy Pelosi, get to know her up close, get some stock tips, huh? Hey, want some other tips? You know how we were talking about she was gonna get indicted on something and something blew up, and it makes me think of, like, 9/11, those towers. You do remember old Donald Rumsfeld there, right? Now, I don't know if you have the answer to this, Little Me, but I hope so. I think I don't know. It was 2 point something. Excuse me. 2 point something. Really, let's say it was 2.2. $1,000,000,000 missing. What if the information on that is sitting in one of those towers? I'm just saying, bud. What would even $0.2 trillion? How much money would that be? Holy macaroni, right? So that's just money goes missing, right? A tax dollars just funded, gone. We forget all about it when the information blows up in the building that had special insurance. Not insurance everybody takes out, but special insurance. Hey, can you imagine? That's some weird stuff. I'm still yapping, yeah, Uncle Will. Where do you guys think that 2.2 I mean, they couldn't stick it in someone's bank account because you couldn't be real stupid like that. You'd have to use it for nasty measures, right? Maybe you could use it for, like, trying to build, like, re-engineer fucking UFOs or put on little coups and shit like that, and you know what I mean? You could use it for that kind of stuff. You just have to make sure it didn't show up in anybody's bank account, right? Hey, what do you guys think? What's your guys' thoughts on 9/11? Now, I really do think it happens the way they said it did, okay? I think that 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 seems like a lot of tax dollars, though, seems like a lot of money. No one knows what I mean. Well, this is the thing, you should go investigate, Uncle Will. It would be in your benefit. It's really your government, bud. It's where you live. You know where you think they're poisoning the water. In fact, you had a video of it. Shh, look at me, I'm Uncle Will. I'll tell yous all about it, but hey, as long as we just sit tight, everything will be okay. Someone's coming to the rescue. Someone will save Uncle Will. Sweetie? Is that what you want? Someone to come in on their right white horse, come and save you, and tell you, "It's okay, Uncle Will. You can be the coward you wanna be, bud. Be a sheep, because being a sheep, you can be a sheep of Jesus. That means you're gonna follow him, right? You're not following him. You're not following the truth, bud. So you can I'm just thinking the biggest sheep are the ones that are fucking think they're the wolves, hey? Like, I am a wolf, fucking undeniably. But the ones who think they are a wolf, they're not a wolf. They're the biggest sheep of all. They fell for the biggest lie in the world. Why would you believe something when somebody says he was a liar from the beginning? Who knows? Maybe he's a lie from the beginning. Maybe we made him up in our heads, but maybe not. Jesus mentions them by name, right? We just let him into our heads and our hearts. He's out there. Maybe he's just a spirit, like the Holy Spirit, eh, Uncle Will? What do you think the difference between the Spirit of truth and the Holy Spirit is? Do you think that's the same spirit, or do you think they're separate? Do we have any Bible scholars in here? Maybe I'll Google that later. What's the difference between the Spirit of truth and the Holy Spirit? Are they the same? No. Can that spirit come live in somebody's heart and brain just as the devil would in yours? I think so. I think that's why I'm here to train you how to get the devil out of your brain, Uncle Will. But you got to be the hero of your own story. You got to get control of your own brain. You've got to take a trip through Oz, but brain, heart, and courage. One day you'll be able to be a man and stand on your own and say, hey, I was given God given rights and I want them. And not only that, I think the children deserve them. But hey, let me know where I'm wrong. I say, find a good reader on here. I post a few. That's right, vintage. Start paying attention. All right. I hope they go insane. Hey, I did it. I found God. But then again, I asked for him before I went insane. The trippy shit didn't happen until after. Hey, little me, are you still running this live? Hey, it's Ollie Ollie Oxen free. Ollie Ollie Oxen free. No, I said I need a moderator with that guy. He's not very fair. He's a little narcissistic. I'm not fucking playing that game again. And he fucking deleted one of my comments. I want to make note of this. Hey, little buddy, get your shit together and don't delete shit just because you think it's going to hurt the fucking feelings of your friends. You know what I was saying was right. Feller didn't even come at me before when I said that. He don't know the truth about what happens, and that would fucking set a lot of his trauma and let it go. You know what I mean? If you don't care, little me, I care about Feller more than you do. I want him to deal with his fucking issues. I see what they are. I want him to have that truth. But the truth is, could he handle the truth if it's not fucking what he wants to hear? That's the thing. The truth isn't always a feel good thing. She fucking hurts sometimes. AD cannot type sentences only one. Hey, well, me, you'll find someone who will moderate and be decent at it. I suggest the Outer Limits guy. Don't know. You figure out. I don't know. I'm not friends with the Outer Limits guy, so maybe you guys are good buddies. Maybe you'll want to team up, but who knows? You are so sad. You're more worried. So Uncle Will says, "So sad, more worried about being alive than that young man that just walked behind you praying to s." Uncle Will, you are about retarded. Have you ever listened to me? Would you like me to hey, would you like to be a participant? I'll go out there, find somewhere where he made a mess, and I'll ask him to clean it up, and you can listen to him fucking fly off the fucking handle, dude. Hey, probably might say, "Fuck off and die," or something like that. So, you know what I mean? It's would you like to see my yards? I have 3 grown adults, sons, who live in my house. You can tell me why it should be that way. It's embarrassing, but to me, it's growth because you know what I used to do? I used to work all the time and get tired of it and go and do it myself, and I would have stayed nice, you know what I mean? When you start not giving a fuck because no one else gives a fuck, shit can go fucking bad real fast. You should see, bud. She's a shit show over here. Hey, bud. Hey, bud. Before I spiritually got awoken to the truth of the situation in the world, I asked my kids if I was a good dad. They got everything they ever fucking wanted. I provided everything they ever wanted. I tried to I tried to inspire them to do whatever they wanted, any sport they wanted, anything they wanted to do. I provided them with fucking vacations, everything, bud. You know what I mean? But I did fuck up, Uncle Will. I made a big fucking mistake. Didn't say things when I should have. Kept my mouth shut when I shouldn't have. I should have taken control of my own fucking shit, but I didn't because I got outnumbered. So yeah, Uncle Will. See, here's the thing about spiritually awakening. You take responsibility for your own actions. You understand where you failed, why you failed, and how you can try and fix your failure. But unfortunately, using decent communication and a little bit of respect. But you don't get that, do you? And you think you fix and mess your own life up. Uncle Will, if everything I say is true and you truly are a coward, you get a bad ending based on what you believe, right? You are a so-called Christian, right? You do believe in hell, right? So I'm just using your belief. I don't know if there's a hell. I do believe that karma is real. And you're gonna fucking pay a price for your stupidity. So, but I'm trying to help you so you don't go there. But if you are so blinded and stupid to your own ignorance that that's where you prefer to go, then I can't stop you. I can't take your free will from you. I have to let you choose on your own. Now, maybe the problem is maybe I should just stop tagging you boys. I don't know. I, like, I didn't even tag you in this one, Uncle Will. You must be a subscriber or something. You know what I mean? I'm a subscriber of yours, Uncle Will, but I'm thinking about if I'm not allowed to talk on your channel, then maybe I should let you go. You know what I mean? If I was something special in the eyes of God, how would that make you feel, bud? What if God's sitting up there so proud of me right now? Because he knows I don't have to tell him. He knows my story. And he knows it ain't a make believe story neither. I would try and get with God, Uncle Will. Honestly, truly. But I don't know, man. I'm losing hope because I didn't think people were this stupid. I didn't think you could have them actually fucking tell you there's a problem and that you shouldn't do anything. That's how fucking dumb you are. Maybe because 'cause you're resting your brain with Upchurch, I don't know. He says some smart shit sometime, but he ain't living her, bud. He ain't living her. Watch this video, Uncle Will. It was a TikTok. It was this guy, he was a cop. He said back in his day, there was no fentanyl, but he showed, like, the amount like, how much cocaine, how much heroin would be a dose enough to kill somebody. And then he showed the fentanyl, and he was like, "This piece would be enough to kill you and me both." Very, very small, bud, in a jar. They had to put the camera up. She wasn't a baggie or nothing. That's us going to our kids, "You fucking dork." She's coming from China, "You fucking dork." "Hey, we should try and stop it, you fucking dork." Hey, what is the need of a drug like that? Like, what the fuck? Who created fentanyl? Huh? Uncle Will? See, you don't have a heart, Uncle Will, you don't understand. That when I know this stuff's going out there, I know the impact that it's having on people. You just know it's going out there and you don't realize that it's destroying lives. You don't understand when I try and tell you, "Hey, bud, she's rough out in the real world, and it's no wonder everybody's fucking running to drugs. Maybe give them another chance, another opportunity." Because, like I said, Uncle Will, is you can ask Gotcha Man if I'm a fucking liar on this or whatever, but I'm just thinking a drug addiction can sometimes be a blessing to somebody. Sounds weird, doesn't it, Uncle Will? But it's within that pain and suffering that they call on something more powerful than themselves to get them through what they're going through. You know what I mean? They have to believe in themselves. They have to stop telling themselves they're a piece of shit and that there's nothing going for them in the real world or whatever it is, whatever reason they're taking it for. But the thing is, I've never taken a hard drug in my life, so I can't understand. Hey, hey, get him out of here. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Just give me a minute. I don't want you on the camera for some reason. I have to be worried about it because there's snaggies out here. It should be like an easy thing, like, but instead, you psychopaths run around showing each other's families for some reason, like a bunch of damn retards, like it's a flex. I don't get it. It's sick. You guys are sick. Sick. I forget where I was going, but I'm gonna go because I got a dog going. Take care of the kid. He's obviously upset at something's happening. But I'll let you guys in on the details of what he's upset about. Somebody probably, I don't know. I'll let you guys know just so I don't leave you cliffhanging. Maybe it's something I did.